In today's video, we're having it large in Ludlow. Now, you'll find Ludlow in Shropshire in England, and a very pretty place it is too. Today we'll see castles and creators, churches and more creators, and even some chips and yet more creators. Because yes, it's a YouTube creator meetup kind of day. If you don't know us, I'm Rachel, he's Wills, and we are Postcard and a Pint. So buckle up, come on over to Pat's place, and let's be having it large in Ludlow. The sun is in the sky and the Christmas tunes are on. Yes, once it's past Halloween, you'll find Mary Carey as fair game in Wills's world. I mean, don't you mind, lad, that it's a beautiful sunny day? As long as you've got Christmas, you're happy. Right, tunes off, we've arrived. Take it away, Rach. We've arrived in Ludlow. We're actually a little bit late. Bad Rachel and Wills. We're actually here for a creators meetup, but first off, we're going to show you around this town. It looks beautiful. Come on. The drive-through town had shown us a really quaint market town, and we couldn't wait to explore. A Sunday market. How lovely. We'll be checking that out later. But first, we have people to find at Buttercross. Now, did you find them? Indeed we did, and we'll introduce them all later. First, let's take a stroll through town. Ludlow seems to be a town that's doing really well, with lots of small independent businesses and a lovely Sunday street market. And this stall smelled amazing.
This is the curry, most popular curries. My food recommended by Master Chef John Trode, Rosemary Schrager.
Wow.
Yes, and another chefs, Phil Vickery's, Raymond Blanc.
Sadly, it was 10 a.m. and not curry o'clock, but all of her dishes looked and smelt amazing. It was a great market, and we were enjoying all of the old architecture. Thoughts on Ludlow, and a fact please, Rach? So far so good. There's a beautiful market in the square, and it's a gorgeous town. Apparently it has nearly 500 listed buildings here. Great, thanks. And the award for the best dog names go to...
She's the troublemaker.
Yes.
Sid and Nancy.
It's 15 weeks.
It was great to meet you, Sid and Nancy, but right now we've got a castle to explore. But before we go in, let's meet our first creator of the day, Millionaire Paul.
Hello, I'm Paul. I'm Millionaire Paul. My channel is Millionaire-Paul if you want to come and find me. I'm on a YouTubers day out and I'm with Rach and Wills, and it's a YouTubers meet which we do from time to time. There's a group of people here, and I really advise you to do these things if you get the chance. It's fascinating watching how Wills, it's fascinating watching how Wills is filming this. He's told me to stand a little bit closer to the camera. There you go, I've learned something. And my problem is I've got plenty of confidence but no talent, so it's the key is to learn as you go. Anyway, come and say hello to Millionaire Paul. I'd like to wish Rachel and Wills all the best with their channel, and they don't need me to tell them that. It's growing well anyway. Bye.
Cheers, Paul, and we'll link everyone's channels below so you can check them all out. On to the castle, and Santa, dear God, he's popping up early this year. A castle fact, please. We've come into the castle, which is absolutely beautiful and mind-blowing. The original castle on this site was built in 1089. Crazy. This castle was probably founded by Walter de Lacy after the Norman conquests and was one of the first stone castles to be built in England. Now, the oldest part of this castle apparently is just over this drawbridge. Let's go check it out. The de Lacy family retained the lordship until the end of the 13th century. And if there's a view to be seen, we'll be seeing it. And don't worry, I'll look after him. From 1473 to 1483, Ludlow Castle was home to Prince Edward, who would go on to become King Edward V. Catherine of Aragon, one of the wives of Henry VIII, also spent 3 winters here. The views from the top of the Great Tower across the surrounding countryside are beautiful. It's so easy to imagine this castle back in the 1500s being lived in by royalty. Although Ludlow Castle is in England, it's not far from the border of Wales. The Council of the Marches was set up by Edward IV, and as its responsibilities grew, it became responsible for the government of Wales too. For over a century, Ludlow was seen as the capital of Wales. Not bad for a town in England. This chapel is really unusual. Give us some facts, Rach. This is the round chapel, dedicated to St Mary Magdalene, and was probably built in the 12th century by Gilbert de Lacy. This chapel was only renovated in 2019. Working closely with English Heritage to ensure all the details were correct, they've done a fantastic job. and you can even hire this chapel as your wedding venue these days. After the English Civil War, the castle was abandoned when the Council of the Marches was dissolved, and it soon became a ruin. Step forward the Earl of Powys. He leased the castle in 1771, and it began to attract visitors as part of the new tourism movement. The Earl of Powys bought the castle in 1811, and it is now owned by the trustees of the Powys Castle estate on behalf of the family. This is a beautiful castle with a really fascinating history, and for only a £9 entrance fee, well worth it. We left millionaire Paul creating and headed out of the castle and in search of the moat. As down in the moat is this little beauty. Take it away, Rach. We're now in the ice house, and this is an early form of a refrigerator. They'd cut frozen blocks of ice from the river in the winter, wrap them in straw, bring them here, store the food in here, and it would keep it fresh. Get out of the fridge, you two, and stop messing around. It's time to meet another creator.
I'm Paul from West Country Wanderings, so I cover the whole of the West Country, part of England. And I've just come up from Devon recently, so I did quite a few videos down in Devon. I'm heading down to Cornwall next few days, so I'm just hoping the weather's going to hold for this time of the year. And I've been doing lots of lost railway walks and discovering bits on coastline, and looking for bits of old canals and exploring castles, that sort of thing, really, across the whole of the West Country. But yeah, it's always good fun doing it, and like I say, I've been meeting up with other YouTubers as well. It's great here today, just absolutely stunning weather.
Cheers, Paul, and again, check out the link to Paul's channel below. Now, we may have left the main body of the castle, but there's still plenty to see. Not him. Tell us where we are now, Rach. We're now in Mortimer's Tower, and this was built as a gate to the castle, overlooking the river. It was indeed, way back in the 13th century. Roger de Mortimer married Joan de Jonville, heiress to the castle, in 1306. Apparently he was a very powerful man, but incredibly unpopular. I mean, he was accused of being involved in the murder of Edward II in 1331. He doesn't sound very nice. How are you two doing?
That was really cool. What a great castle. We thoroughly recommend exploring this one. Ludlow's a place that we always drive past on the way to South Wales when we're going down there, but not anymore.
It's cool, isn't it?
The town looks beautiful. We'll explore that more in a minute. But the castle, well worth the visit.
I'm starving.
You're always starving. We've another creator to meet first, though.
Oh, my name's Alice, and I run 2 channels. Alice's Transport World is all about transport and challenges and having fun with public transport. I also have a travel channel where I travel around Europe and other places, visiting interesting sites and meeting interesting people as well. So I'm sure the link will be in the description, won't it?
It certainly will.
It certainly will. There we go.
Cheers, Alice. Now let's exit through the gift shop, have a look at the obligatory Ludlow Castle biscuits, steer Christmas lad away from the mulled wine. He's a nightmare. Get it? Sorry. Now, who has a table for 6? To be honest, in Ludlow you're spoilt for choice with places to eat, but down this little alley, aptly named Quality Street, we found the Bakehouse, and that was lunch sorted. It was a fine array of fish and chips, fish cakes, mac and cheese and burgers, and was delicious. All fueled up, it was time to exit Quality Street and see a little bit more of Ludlow. There are so many stunning old buildings to see, but next on today's agenda was Ludlow Church. This is the Church of St Laurence and is a Church of England parish church. It has been described as the Cathedral of the Marches and was begun in the year 1199. It has had several additions and modifications over the years, but still feels lost in the past. This is the Golden Window and dates to the early 1450s. It still contains a large proportion of ancient glass with this spectacular golden colour. It's little wonder that this church is the 13th most visited free attraction in the West Midlands. We'd really enjoyed our visit, but now it was time to say goodbye, not only to this beautiful church, but also our creator friends. Cheers, guys, for a cracking day. We are loving Ludlow. What a really pretty place, especially with all those old buildings. It's absolutely gorgeous, and there's blue plaques
everywhere. Loads of things have happened here. We've left the others now and we're just exploring ourselves. The people here are so lovely and friendly. I think you need a fair few bob to live here looking at it, but we're enjoying the explore. Let's carry on.
Yes, I'd looked in an estate agent's window and a lot of properties said price on application. And as my mum always said, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. This stunner is the Angel, once an old 16th century coaching inn, back in the days when it took 27 hours to travel to London by coach and horses. We'd like to take this moment to shout out Howard and his channel, Travel Happy with Howard. Howard's channel takes you on adventures around Europe and the rest of the world. It was great to meet him this day. We've linked his channel below too. Do give him a like and subscribe. Right, back to Ludlow with all its little nooks and crannies, tiny alleyways and stripy buildings. As we said before, Ludlow is awash with blue plaques. Yes, it's so ram-jam full of history, something notable has happened on nearly every building. Except Pat's Place, where we're very happy to report that in 1832, absolutely nothing happened. Cheers, Pat. Right, we're heading on down towards the river. Tell us where we are now, Rach.
We're now at the Broad Gate, the only survivor of Ludlow's 7 medieval gates.
The others being Millgate, Dinham Gate, Linney Gate, Corfe Gate, Galdeford Gate and Old Gate. It's cool that this one survived, and just a short walk down the hill is the River Teme, one of the fastest flowing rivers in Europe apparently. We took a slightly different route back, and one thing we will note about Ludlow is it's very hilly. The old schoolhouse is gorgeous when you've caught your breath from climbing up a hill. This newly renovated cottage is stunning and for sale, but it's probably one of those places which is priced on application, so you can't afford it, and it's on a hill. Yes, we climbed back up towards the market square, past plentiful pubs, and Ludlow even has a small theatre. It truly is a stunning place. This is Castle Lodge, a medieval Tudor and Elizabethan period house. It has one of the largest collections of oak panelling in England, and did you know that scenes from the 1965 film version of Moll Flanders were shot here? Nope, you do now. We took one last walk through this park and around the back of the castle. Here you can see remains of the old town walls and the outer castle walls. This is Dinham House, and back in 1811 Napoleon's brother Lucien was a prisoner here. Now it sells stoves. We made our way back to the car, past yet more incredible architecture and blue plaques. It had been a fantastic day, and we'd enjoyed exploring the town. As we left town, we had to pull over and take a look at the Feathers Hotel. I mean, it has a blue plaque. In fact, this one is so old, it has 2. Built by an ambitious attorney in 1619, it was converted into a hotel 50 years later, and we couldn't resist a peek inside. And that was our day in Ludlow. Let's head back home. We're all back home, and that was such a lovely,
How
lovely day
nice
out.
is Ludlow?
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful place. And Millionaire Paul was saying as well, it's a bit of a foodies place. Loads of really great restaurants and stuff like that. Definitely visit again.
Definitely.
Absolutely
Castle was nice.
beautiful. It was
quite
stunning.
an old one as well, isn't it?
Absolutely stunning, yeah. And all those buildings, that Feathers Hotel was just stunning. But you know what? One of the nicest things that we found since we've started this channel is the people we've met.
Absolutely.
And it was just so lovely today, meeting up with all of them, chatting, not just YouTube, but about how people's lives have been going and stuff. And it is...
And how they started the YouTube, why they started the YouTube. And just finding out a bit about them, really. People that we watch every week on telly.
It's been really, really great. And it's made us think, we've met quite a few people now. So we sat down the other night, wrote down who we had. It's massive.
It is quite big.
It is absolutely
We've got a list in front of
huge.
us right now,
so
and it's quite big.
we're just going to go through. It's not going to be in any particular order. We'll do the first 2 in order, and then after that, it's a bit of a mishmash, and we'll end up with some of the latest ones we've seen. But let's start off by shouting out Dara and Ian.
Dara and Ian, they were the first people we met. Magenta Otter Travels.
We met them in Liverpool.
We did. A
Took them
lovely
for
American couple.
Ferry on the Mersey. Had a lovely, lovely day. We've tried to meet up since then. It just hasn't worked out. We actually went to the
will meet
Cotswolds,
again.
and we missed them. They'd gone away by a week.
Yeah.
And then we had a lovely overnight. We went up to Whitby.
We met Nick and Jill.
We met Nick and Jill from Generation Explorers, had a lovely evening in the
Got
pub.
on really well with them.
Put the world to rights.
Yeah.
And God, Whitby, what a great place.
Yeah.
Absolutely
And thanks,
loved
Jill,
it.
for all the Christmas videos you send me all the time on Instagram.
Yeah, we've
Love
been
'em.
talking to them online
Love 'em.
before a lot, but yeah, really good friends now. And then we met with Watto and Kim. So Watto's channel is Wandering with Watto.
And Kim's Picks?
Kim's Picks.
Yep.
And they came up to Wales, and we just met up with them for a drink
Yeah.
one night. Just
Yeah,
outside
we didn't film
and everything.
anything, we just met for a
No,
drink.
well, we filmed a quick.
Yeah, we filmed the end bit, but I mean, we didn't make a video. That
Yeah, I
night.
did make a video that day, and yeah, again, more people we'd been talking to online. It was so lovely to meet
All these
them.
people check out. We will
Yeah.
put the names and we will list them in the description and all that. Check them out, show them some love. But anyway, let's carry on.
Yeah. Then we went to our very first creators meetup in Shrewsbury.
And Watto and Kim were there again.
Yeah, Watto and Kim were there again. Paul, who you've seen from West Country Wanderings, he was there again. Alice. She organises us all. She was there again. And Mike was there from Mike and Teresa Explore. And that was a really fun day. We saw the jail.
Yeah.
We just wandered. Again, that's another beautiful place with loads of
Love to go
stunning
back.
buildings.
Ebenezer Scrooge's grave. Who'd have thunk?
That was great. And then the next ones we did an abroad meetup.
Oh, yeah.
We did. We went to the Christmas
Went to
markets
Munich.
in Munich 2 years ago, and we met with Ben and Camille.
From Near From Home.
Near From Home.
They're fab. We love
They're
them.
lovely.
We ended up talking cats and everything.
They
We
took
had
us
cats
to
at
a
the time. We
beer
haven't anymore.
hall. I think he's British, she's American, but they live in Munich.
Lovely couple.
Really sweet couple.
And one day we will go back to Germany
Yeah.
and we will meet up with them again.
Yeah, and then this one's a funny one. We were in Llandudno and we were filming up the Orme. All of a sudden my Instagram goes off in Signal, which doesn't happen often in Llandudno, going, have I just seen you up the Orme? And it was Yasmin from Yasmin's Hiking Mission.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, we were just up the Orme. Are you here? And then we arranged to meet on the pier.
But the signal was terrible on the phone.
Well, I said,
so
let's meet on the pier, walked along it, went out of Signal, thought she's never going to find us. So we had to walk back again, back into Signal. But yeah, we did meet up.
We did meet up in the end and we did go for a drink.
We
in
went
the
for
pub.
a drink and it was so
Lovely to see her and
lovely.
chat with her.
Then we met not a YouTube channel, an American family.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle, Megan, Brady and Evan came over. They've been inspired by a lot of our Welsh videos.
How nice is that?
And had made their whole itinerary. They did a UK tour, but the Welsh section. And we met them in Berth Gelert, where we got
poured down. Absolutely poured down.
Absolutely soaked. And it was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was really,
amazing.
really lovely. Then we've got two lots that we met in the Bear and Billet. So first shout out is to Cooks Explore.
Yeah.
Si and Nettie.
They do a lot of cruise ship stuff. We love the Cooks.
We've always commented
Si's
on
into good music.
Yeah. We've commented on each other's videos, and we finally met up with them in Chester when they were up for a short break.
Yep.
And then we also met up not long ago with
Scott and Michelle Juicer.
and Michelle, who are American.
Yep.
And
I don't think they have they don't have a YouTube channel. They have an Instagram.
I think
Scott's a gig photographer,
Yeah.
very good gig photographer. Very
But
cool.
again, they've been inspired to make their Welsh leg of their holiday off our videos. And yes, it's been lovely actually. Because of the video we made last week, which we'll come to in a minute, that he's been reliving driving all those crazy roads once again. Then we will shout out Neil and Naomi from Grape Soda Travels.
Yes, yeah.
They
Love
were,
them, they're great.
Yeah, they were on the Isle of Mull, and on the way back they were staying on the Wirral and said, do you want to meet up for a drink? We were like, yeah.
So we did.
So we did, in a pub dead near Wills's work. We went down after work, spent
Lovely
a lovely
time.
evening in a beer garden, putting the world to right.
Yeah.
They've just bought their first camper van.
yeah.
So it's all
Looking forward to seeing
exciting,
those
all
adventures.
excited on their channel now. And then, of course, if you watched last week's video, we met up with John and Cara from
lovely John and Cara.
Cara's Retired Travellers and took them out for
Who, as you see this on the Sunday,
Yeah.
we should be meeting them this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully, if it all goes right.
No, we're meeting them this Sunday.
Oh, yeah. We'd have met them by now.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh, I don't know. I'm more confused now
I'm
with
very
videos.
confused.
But yeah, what a lovely, lovely couple. What a brilliant day we had. And then we met them in Wrexham a couple of nights later as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we've got one more lot to do.
We have got one
but
more.
we're going to save them. So if you'd like this video,
if you would hit that button and do the subscribe thing and do the Patreon thing, leave us a comment. Have you met anyone from YouTube? Have you not met anyone from YouTube? Would you like to meet somebody from
we
YouTube?
have to say it's been the most positive and friendly experience since we've started.
And
this.
there's a lot of people as well who want to meet up that we haven't had the chance yet.
Yeah,
Clive, we know we will meet up with you,
will
Clive.
in the future.
Yeah.
But also, the day before we met John and Cara, we also met up with Pete and
The
Shell.
lovely Pete and Shell.
From OB's Outdoors.
Yeah,
and
we
they
love
were
Pete and Shell.
staying just outside Ruthin. Pete found a pub and we went there. Lovely pub.
We felt like we've known Pete and Shell
Yeah.
for a long, long time. We've been watching their videos for years.
We've
They've
been
watching
talking
us for
online
years.
and just walking.
How we haven't met up
No, I
till
don't know.
now, I have
They only
no
live on
idea.
the Wirral.
I know.
But yeah, walking into the pub, it wasn't even like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. I just felt like
They were
we
just
all
mates.
already knew them and we put the world to
Yeah.
rights.
Thank you so much for your little goodies.
Oh,
That's
amazing.
fantastic.
Cheese.
Thank you, cheese. We destroyed that cheese.
So we normally say, as we say in Postcard and a Pint.
But we did it with Pete and Shell.
We did indeed. So we're going to cut over to Ruthin and we'll hear it from there. As we say in Postcard and a Pint. Cheers to the good times.
What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
I don't know.
A tyre!
Oh.